Hi guys, it's Lychee. Hope you are doing well. Today the topic for the video is I have chosen 5 random Korean skincare slash makeup products that were sitting on my bathroom counter, and I am going to give my honest feedback and reviews on all of them. Let's start with skincare. I have 3 skincare and 2 makeup here. So the first thing that we have is this. The bottle is pretty adorable. This is the Rovectin Skin Essentials Activating Treatment Lotion. I was very confused by this. I thought that it was a toner because if you look at it, like, it looks very watery, right? So I thought that this was a toner for the longest time, but then I finally read the label. I was like, oh my god, it's a lotion. So when you apply it, basically it goes on like a toner, as in it's very like watery and easy to spread, especially compared to my typical lotion, which is the Nivea cream in a blue like tin. That one is really difficult, especially if your face is wet at all. You have to like wait for it to heat up on your skin so that you can spread it around more easily. Otherwise it kind of tugs at you. But this is like the complete opposite, is completely watery. At the same time, I do feel like it is pretty moisturizing, so I do think it qualifies as a lotion more than a toner. But my one downside for this is that it does feel like somewhat sticky afterwards, and it doesn't like completely dry. Like, it feels a little bit tacky, like I applied a serum and not a moisturizer, if that makes sense. So if you can handle that type of texture, or if you're someone who has pretty dry skin, I think that this would be a good option for you. Number 2, another moisturizer. This is the Cell Fusion C Laser Rejuvenation Cream Signature. Yeah, there's nothing else on this. This is basically also a moisturizer. I like it. I'm like struggling to find something to say about this because I feel like it's just very like middle of the road, average. I have no complaints, but it's not amazing. I think that's a good thing though, because you just don't want anything about your moisturizer to stick out or be crazy. Like it doesn't feel drying, it doesn't feel overly wet, doesn't make me oily. I think it's a solid option. I'm gonna have to reapply this later and figure out if there's like something specific I can say, but I feel like this is pretty good. I don't know what they mean by laser rejuvenation. I don't know if something's supposed to be happening. It definitely does not feel anything like lasers, but honestly, yeah, very, very good moisturizer. I do like it. Last skincare item, shockingly, it's not a moisturizer, it is a sunscreen, and it's also in this cute little tiny bottle. All right, guys, this label was entirely in Korean, so it took me a second to look it up. This is the Round Lab Birch Juice Moisturizing Sun Cream. It is supposedly 50 plus SPF plus, and it's PA with 4 plus signs. We don't really use that system in America. We just use SPF, so I don't really know what that's about, or like can't judge about it. But yeah, I think that this is a pretty okay sunscreen. Honestly, I think I'm at this point where it's like, for facial sunscreen, as long as it's not something overly oily, I'm pretty happy. I always have to put on a lot of powder and like dab and oil blot and all of that throughout the day because I just get oily so fast. So I really try to avoid anything that like makes me shiny. And I think that this is a pretty okay sunscreen for that. I think sunscreen just like inherently is a more oily thing, so it's very hard to find a good one. I also really don't like sunscreen with alcohol in it because I feel like it still dries out my skin. So I think that this is a pretty solid sunscreen. I would recommend checking it out. The sunscreen that I normally use is like a Dr. Jart sun cream, and it feels like a pretty similar texture to that. So if that's something that you've tried and liked before, I would suggest giving this a shot. Moving on to makeup. All right, since I was just talking about my skincare and stuff, here is the powder that I use, which is the Etude House Sebum Soak Powder. I think that this powder is pretty good. It feels like very silky in a way, like almost similar to a skin primer in that it has that like slippery kind of like silicone texture a little bit when you put on like a lot of the powder. It comes with this little like puff thing, and then also like here is just like a tray sifter situation. One complaint that I actually have about this is that the puff, first of all, when I do my foundation and stuff and then I have to put powder over it, obviously this thing just gets like dirty with foundation. I have found mild success in just washing it with like my regular facial wash and like makeup remover, my micellar water and stuff. It usually gets most of the stains out. I haven't cleaned it in maybe like a week or two, so that's what you're seeing on it. It gets dirty very, very quickly when you try to put on powder after foundation. So that is one downside. The second issue is that it's just like hard to grasp powder out of this situation. Like it doesn't press anything, so I usually end up having to like carefully shake this to get powder up so that I can blot it with the thing and then like go on my face. Or the other method that I've tried is just like doing this and like dumping the powder onto the puff thing, but then it's like the powder is in the shape of the thing, so when I blot it onto my face, it's like very obviously already in the same like grid pattern, and then I have to like go smooth it over. So honestly, that's kind of annoying. It's just, yeah. But I think this powder was like pretty inexpensive, so I can't really like complain too much about the packaging. I think once I finish using this up, I'm gonna try to get like a different style of the compact where it's like, I don't know, you press it directly onto the powder and then go on your face or something. That might work better. But as for the powder itself, I think it's solid. I do like the feel of it once you're putting it on. Like I mentioned, it feels like primer, but I don't honestly feel like it's annoying or like I don't feel the texture on me as I'm going about my day later on or anything like that. So I think that's fine. I don't know if it's just because I'm a super oily person, but I do end up usually having to like redo my base or foundation after, I don't know, 5-6 hours. It just doesn't look the same as when I put it on. But yeah, I'm not necessarily gonna blame the powder for that. That could just be like a real combination of things, like I wiped my face by accident, or it's my foundation, or it's the primer, or whatever. So also pretty happy with this. I like it a lot better than I tried an Innisfree one before. I feel like this one works so much better than the Innisfree one, even though everyone really likes that one. So I would say if Innisfree didn't work for you like it didn't work for me, give this one a shot. All right, last one, we got the, I don't know what it's called, Kaja Heart Melter Moisture Melt Lip Gloss Stick. And I have this in shade 02 Sweet Talk. Kind of just looks like a pen or a highlighter. And the one thing that is so cute about this is that it's a little heart. And when you click the end, extremely satisfying sound, just like a pen. I want to click it so bad, but when you click it, the lipstick bullet comes up, so probably shouldn't do that too much. Yeah, I bought this because it's obviously just adorable and heart. Usually I feel like pink works well on me, pink lip color. I don't wear lip colors so much these days. I am a fan of more like sheer or lip gloss now, but I just think this color, something about it was very bad on me. I'm gonna put it on real quick. I just kind of look like a clown. I'm gonna take it off. Yeah, I literally just prefer wearing nothing over wearing that. Yeah, I don't really like the color on me. I think the second issue is that I tried to wear it and like tried to like blend in a little bit of the color into my more like sheer or clear just like lip mask and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's just the one I got, but I do not like the smell and the texture of it. It feels very like similar to a crayon. Like, I don't know how, but it does. I think something about the smell, and then it just feels like it's sitting on top of your lips and not like moisturizing them really. So it's just honestly like kind of an uncomfortable feeling. Maybe I'm just like at the point where I don't like the feeling of stuff on my lips, but yeah, I just gotta say, like, I'm not a fan of this. It would be one thing if it was just the color. Like, if I just didn't like the color on me, then that's on me. Like, I bought the wrong color in the wrong shade. Like I said, I got it online. but it's not just the color, it's also the texture and the smell. So because of that, I just find it hard to like want to try to repurchase this. I honestly just want to get rid of it. I think I'm gonna throw it out after this video because it's been sitting on my counter and I look at it and I never use it and I hate it. That is my official review of 5 Korean skincare and makeup products that I own. I'm not like a Korean beauty person. I just like to use whichever products that I have that I can try easily and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like super knowledgeable, but I will always try to give an honest review. And especially if you're someone like me, I kind of have combination skin. I think it's like sometimes oily, sometimes dry, sometimes acne, whatever. It's like a huge mess. So thank you guys so much for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.